Hello there, commanders, and welcome to Total War Arena SUNTZU Show match. Yes, we are about to be ready. One of our players is still fixing his commander, and he'll join us soon, and then we'll start our drafting phase. And I guess let me play some music. I hope you enjoy some good old Rome Total War soundtrack. Hello there.
Hi.
Hello there, Commander.
What's up, Mom?
General Kenobi.
Well, teams are picked and locked in. Without further ado, let's press the play button and let's go. It takes a while. That is our first match of SUNTZU Show match in the new game mode 8v8. One team is led by George, that is SUNTZU Weebs, and SUNTZU Members are being led by Hazu. This is taking too long. There we go. Maybe I had to press it twice. Maybe just a coincidence. Anyway, we're loading into the first battle. I am observing the battle from the point of SUNTZU Weebs. Astolfo is streaming as well, and he is streaming from the point of view of SUNTZU Members. Let's see how they're deploying and how, 8v8, first of all, 2 members less to fill in the map, to fight for the points. So you actually have some more room of maneuver of where you want to make your strong side, which side you want to make your weak side. And yeah, let's see how the teams adapt to the very new game mode. This is our first look onto how a competitive game mode, or how a competitive game can look in this new game mode. Another charge into Vatras, he gets it, stops Spartanum as well, really nice charge. He comes in with Flying Column down here, really nice. Spartanum isn't very much trouble here. The red team, SUNTZU Weebs, have no idea what is about to charge into them. That means one light artillery unit is wiped out, the second one also suffers some damage. Spartanum has spawned in with his cavalry at sea, but Nubert is there to contest it. That's the only 2 melee units here about to be engaged by Foxgod, and Nubert is sneaking from behind. Spartanum is running away. There we go, he turns back, trying to counter Nubert's movements. Let's see, Nubert should charge here into French boy and wipe out with one sweep charge. He decides to retreat instead. Oh, he's getting slow decision making. He managed to charge French boy, but at the same time he's getting charged by Pardenum. A bit of a missed opportunity here. Fox is coming in again. They'll fight French boy. Oh, really nice charge by Foxgod into French boy. He's getting absolutely wrecked. But Hazu is coming with his with his pikemen, ready to eat those foxmen alive. Did he fail the phalanx? No, he did not. He's coming in very hard and just mowing down both French boy and Foxgod. But it's a very good trade. Spotting Schmerz spotting Nubert as well. Both respect each other and not engage. Let's see, Hazu is coming in as well. Schmerz is feeling confident because of that. Charges in, gets Nubert. Ooh, Nubert slow to react and absolutely getting wrecked by Schmerz. Hazu is getting caught up by Rainfire though. And let's see, Hazu, Kiwi and Sivoar versus Astolfo and Pope in here. So 2 versus 3, but Pope finds a really nice barrage into Kiwi. Vatras and Nubert coming in. Ooh, very nice charge into Kiwi. They're very much blocked up. Perfect fire by Vatras. That is going to hurt. 6 units caught up in fire. That's coming with his cavalry, dealing some decent damage to Vatras' infantry, but it's not going to be an issue. And Vatras going in, securing, making sure that the units that are burning will keep being caught in that fire. And Members again, once again, pushing very heavily into Weeb's base. Rainfire is there to charge in and do some damage with his gungy charges. The Foxman that he's targeting here, so he may provide very huge damage. It's a recharge into light infantry. There we go. At least half of their HP is gone. The 2 units he holds back. Schmerz is around in this area, in these bushes. He might help with clearing him out, but he's too focused on his unit in the base and 2 units in the back not doing anything. But Schmerz is getting cut down. Rainfire could try to launch a sneak attack. George is already there, trying to flip E. But again, someone spawns in here. This time it is Sivoar, and Sivoar is going to prevent George from getting E. And again, it is a little bit of a point bleed that is being stopped. Their base is being captured by 9 units and only 1 unit is inside to prevent it. Astolfo is coming in. Pope is trying to come in, but he is being caught out in the middle of nowhere, no protection by Hazu. Hazu charges in one of his units, getting wrecked. Corwin sends his dogs to help. Pope is fine with 2 other units, but they need to get to their base really quickly. It's 11 units in their base. Astolfo is going to be held by Hazu's pikes outside of the base, and that is game over. The capture is going to go through for SUNTZU members. Really well played again. Hazu is has led the team to victory for the 3rd time. Folkjot has charged Corwin's dogs and dealt a huge damage to them. Kiwi versus Mishet engaged in a javelin duel. Corwin is looking to interrupt that a little bit. He charges. Oh, I think his charge failed ever slightly. Oh, that's because of caltrops. So his charge gets stopped by caltrops, and now Kiwi punishes him with his triple fire. But then Mishet is still not idle, and he's providing a huge damage onto Foxgod, and Corwin ultimately wins this engagement thanks to Mishet's help. Anyway, Mark is pushing in, and he is about to start capturing point D. Hazu has sent his cavalry here though, looking for that sweet charge into Mishet and Pope, but instead going for Markai, prioritizing holding the point A over catching the enemy ranged units of guard. Speaking of catching the enemy ranged units of guard, Schmerz is here to do that, but he's getting stopped by Corwin's dogs and Rainfire's foxes. Let's see if he has enough power to punch through. He's trying, definitely trying, but he's suffering huge pull-through damage while doing so. But he has caught foxes and dogs off guard here, and Nubert can now do what he wanted in the first place. He's charging through. Rainfire is coming in. That charge, although has landed on archers, is getting stopped by Rainfire in the large part, and those Gungi charges are not very good at dealing damage once they have caught something out. They rely on the charge to be delivered. And as such, A point and D point is still undecided as both teams throw in more and more units in there. That Parthenon is coming in. There's only 1 pike unit. Can he get a charge in the back? He most definitely did. That unit was not even in pike phalanx. Hazu completely outplayed here by Parthenon. Parthenon now in defiance. But is that enough to cut down Hazu? He's getting nuked. Right flank and Warcry or Intimidate, but it's still not enough to rout him. And Nubert, as he just spawned in, is coming in. Parthenon is now absolutely getting obliterated, and Hazu and Nubert cavalry can go straight into E and try to capture it. And left flank there pushing into D, but forces of SUNTZU Weeps are there to defend it. They're doing pretty well. Rainfire laying down fire. Astolfo and Foxgod getting caught into it. And Mark prevents Foxgod from getting through to Mishet's javelins. And now again, Kiwi javelins versus Mishet javelins, but Mishet also has some help in the form of Pope's archers, and that will force him to pull back as he's getting damaged quite heavily. Mishet, in the meantime, uncontested by Kiwi's javelin, can deal out a lot of damage to Astolfo and Foxgod. And Team Weeps is looking really strong on this flank as George is coming in through, attacking Kiwi but stopping on caltrops. There are a lot of caltrops here. Kiwi has been putting them pretty wisely. He charges through, he gets the charge even for the caltrops, but Sivomar is coming to A as well as Schmerz. So George has been flicking with only 1 unit, sending 2 out. And there we go, Schmerz is catching him out. Mark is now trying to charge into Kiwi, but Kiwi has already laid down his caltrop field. Mark is maneuvering quite nicely between those caltrops, but as soon as at least 1 soldier gets caught in them, the entire unit gets slowed down. Fox is coming in to prevent Mark from chasing Kiwi any further. And Sivomar is still in the back there, dealing damage to Mishet, ever so slight, but still preventing him from getting anything done. Pope is still countering Kiwi pretty heavily. Kiwi is not having fun in there, and his barrage deals a huge chunk of damage to both Kiwi and Fox. That's really nicely placed. Parthenon now will catch Hazu off guard, or maybe not. Hazu reacts in time and goes into phalanx, catching Parthenon off guard in return. Now Schmerz piling in, using Parthenon as a cushion to not suffer such heavy casualties from pike phalanx of Hazu, and Hazu lifts the phalanx wisely. and sees under the control. As they're still going really strong, that fire has not been laid down very well. Spike has just pushed through, mowing down 2 units at the same time, while not being dealt any real damage in return. Nubert, no, not Nubert. Śmierć is going in for that watchtower, manages to outplay Nexus, eliminating his 2 cavalries very swiftly. Now he needs to retreat though, as infantry support is coming in, but there's a huge advantage at the very beginning. Really well played by Śmierć. But Nubert, finally Nubert has found a very beautiful charge straight into Pope and Corwin. Team SUNTZU members are already on top of B, but there's a lot of beambers around as well. I'm sorry, weeps around as well to prevent B from being captured, but Śmierć is not charging in and B has been locked. But that being said, they can still kill a lot of these units. Ashjaki with his light infantry, light artillery here, charged by Śmierć. That is going to be a huge XP farm for Śmierć as well. So if he gets ahead in points, that is going to be really nice. And he's locking down the melee infantry in place, so Mishit can provide javelin support. Mark is now letting Pardonom through though, and Pardonom finds a charge straight into Mishit's javelin, so he's not going to be a factor anymore in that engagement. Nubert is coming in as well. And yeah, he will be the one to find that juicy blob. He charges with all 3 units. Oh, I thought that he's going to only catch Pope, but Max actually runs straight to that charge. Śmierć is coming in as well. He'll punish Nubert, but not as hard as Nubert has punished his team. And as his own archers are coming in, he is not able to charge Nubert properly. Also, Pardonom and Nexus forces are still here, and that actually sets the enemy team largely on the back foot. Pardonom charges through, finds a charge into Pope. Mishit is in that area as well, protected by only 1 unit of the French boys' infantry. Pardonom lines up another charge from the side, and Nubert is coming in with another triple charge straight into Pope, straight into Mishit, and they're just completely surrounding in that area with cavalry. So as we have entered round 2, I guess I'll reset the score to 0-0 and we'll see. Okay, it's 0-0 as we have a new captain on the board. And let's press play. Go to your respective teams and good luck. This team SUNTZU Weebs pulling up ahead in points right now, as they're also capturing the enemy base already with 3 units. Nexus and French Boy are coming in there. Pardonom staying next to A, waiting for it to come off cooldown, off lockdown. So we captured 7 units, 8 already, 9, 3 players capturing Team Beamber's base. Bikes have retreated, teleported. That is actually a faster way to reach from B to base. But in the angle of approach, gets obvious. Vatras is here. Astolfo has built a barricade and stakes. Really good move. Those stakes must have been deployed by someone else, as Astolfo doesn't have access to them. But maybe not on this unit. Yep, he has double stake plus barricade line on 2 different units. George is preventing Hazu from getting anywhere to decap the base, and the base is already captured 3/4 through. Pardonom tries to go through here, but Śmierć is preventing him from doing so. Not for very long, but Astolfo is also approaching. George has his cavalry here as well to prevent Pardonom, and Nubert is actually charging through Pardonom and raising him, so that is not going to be a problem anymore, and that is a victory. The team weeps. Śmierć has led his team to a swift victory. Passage of Augustus tends to end this way. So far, 2 out of 2. Pardonom's coming in with another charge, looking to finish Pope or maybe route Astolfo in here. But Astolfo should be down for either way. Comes for the charge. Runs mostly in the cliff as Pope manages to dodge, but the only dodging option is straight into Nexus's embrace. Meantime, Nubert also find a charge into George's cavalry on top of C point. George is coming in with retaliation though, charges Nubert's cavalry in the back as Nubert kind of fails his charge and runs into a cliff mostly, and his unit. See, Nubert might be sneaking in, maybe going for that E or just some reflanks, as we still are somewhere around there. His cavalry is definitely here, but Schmierch finds a beautiful, beautiful charge together with Nubert, both piling on Kiwi, and those javelin are obliterated. Pope is also providing his support with archers from the top of that watchtower, and now they control both sea and watchtower just right above it. Pardenham sneaking from behind, but Mark is there to prevent him from charging into Pope. Hazu and Pardenham are trying to find a charge into them. French boy might not be in trouble as Astolfo is still behind his own barricade. Those archers are pouring in some nice damage on Fogscott and Pardenham, who are closing in with their pikes. Cavalry is already engaging, cut down by Mark. Sneaky charge right, slipping right between Astolfo and Mark's Foxes, fighting in there, attacking Pope and French boy. Fogscott is coming in from the other side, and there is no infantry to hold him there. Astolfo is coming in, but a little bit late. Pope is retreating, but he's very much confined to a very tiny space against Pardenham's cavalry. May still be able to dish out some damage. That is definitely going to be largely diminished as they don't have enough melee force around that area. Which is also coming in after Kiwi. Miss Micro here, probably busy somewhere else on the map, as his unit is cut down by javelins pretty quickly and convincingly. So Team Mimbers have managed to flip C. Oh, but Pope's beautiful, beautiful barrage now lands straight into Kiwi, and Kiwi has lost most of his HP. Well, French boy has been caught up by Hazu here. Hazu now is being set on fire in his phalanx and he cannot lift for the time being. That being said, he is also returning a lot of damage towards Astolfo. But French boys, Gelman support makes sure that Hazu disappears. They will be able to secure C for Team SUNTZU Mimbers. So Mimbers is looking for a way back in the game. They're already capturing D, getting D back. B has also been flipped just now. And now it is advantage in point gain to SUNTZU Mimbers, so the match may still very well be turned around. But Weeps are still looking quite strong, and we have to remember that the battle is on a timer of some sorts, and after the timer ends, well, the battle is over prematurely, sadly, but that is how it works. So I guess earning an advantage in points is a really good investment. But speaking of points, 3.9 point gain for SUNTZU Mimbers at the moment, so only 1 point per second for Team SUNTZU Weeps. So Weeps still convincingly ahead by 1,000 points though, as Astolfo is contesting D, preventing them from getting point gain from that. And though D hasn't been flipped yet, it's still under control of SUNTZU Mimbers technically. But after that unit of Astolfo dies, it will be captured and logged down for 130. SUNTZU Mimbers are using all the units they have to pour in back, force SUNTZU Weeps onto back foot. Mishet is unprotected, he has only his own cow troops to rely on as Pardenham sees them and runs around them, runs slightly into them, charges and completely misses that charge. But that means Mishet is surrounded either way by Nexus and Pardenham units. Is going to be cut down, but Pope managed to escape. He will go back, be able to heal as SUNTZU Weeps look to reorganize, and the battle ends. And that is actually a very difficult call, because Mimbers have started looking strong. They held control of 4 points to just 1, and the battle could really have went either way.
But wouldn't it be a great thing to end the whole tournament on a draw?
Yes.
Both sides win?
Everybody wins, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually just such a game.
People just don't want to play the war, but don't want to literally admit it.
Yeah, sure. Fine. A very anticlimactic ending, but also very nice ending of a draw. And everybody wins, right?
Participation.
Is the patient
Thanks EA for not
Except
testing
towards
the
that-
game.
Alright guys, have a good time. It was a lot of fun. I have to go. See you around.
Bye.
Cheerio.